Hello and welcome, everybody. It is your host, Simone, and welcome back to I Was Thinking. Yay! And it is the last episode of 2024. Sad. Sort of. If you haven't noticed, if you've been with us for a while, I feel like 2024 has been the year where we haven't posted a lot of episodes. Barely any. I don't know if we even reached 10 yet. So if you're still here, thank you so much for sticking with us. I promise in 2025, we're going to make some changes and hopefully be more consistent. So please stay tuned for that. And if this is your first time listening, then welcome. And I hope you enjoy. Y'all also going to have to forgive me. It's just been a while. I always say that it's been a while since I recorded. Again, 2025. Planning to change that. But so if you haven't noticed the title, to end the year, we're going to take it back and play the game. Can you guess our favorite song game with BTS? Because even though they're in the military, they still release things. They found a way to get around that. And to join me in this game, if you've been with us for a while, you've heard her voice. It's the lovely Macy.
Yay, I didn't die.
Hey. You didn't die, Macy. You're still here. You're still with us. How have you been? Because it's been a very long time since you've been on the show.
Yeah, I've been good. I've been stressed. I've been all the things.
It sounds like all of us.
Right. Working a lot, trying to get in a new house. I have been, for the last year and a half, we've basically been living in a tiny shed that's been converted into a tiny home, which has not been effective at all. And part of the reason why I haven't, recorded and everything, and you guys haven't heard me in a long time, is because I don't really have the space and all of my equipment that to make it sound nice is in storage because I don't have a desk and things are just tight and we have a lot of animals and everything's just on top of each other. So hopefully that will change in the new year.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, hopefully you can come back, be a guest more. Again, I don't know where this game is going to go because now I got to be careful about, the copyright. But still, just for any other episode, love to have you. So
right.
When you move into your new home, we'll talk, we'll discuss. But yeah, glad to hear that. Real quick, and I'm gonna put timestamps in this episode for reasons. So if you want to skip ahead to certain sections, y'all can do that. I'm going to get a little vulnerable right now since it is the end of the year. This year has been rough, and I'm so sorry. Your dog distracted me. Was that Mavis?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Mavis. Okay, she made me feel a little bit better. This year has been rough. The past 2 to 3 months, I've talked about this in a really old episode, but I have a skin condition, and I'm only talking about this just to bring the skin condition more awareness. I am seeing it be talked about more in commercials and stuff like that. But still, it's called hidradenitis suppurativa, or HS for short. Long story short, I get these oil cysts on my body. They don't know really what causes them. There's no cure for it. So the only thing I can really do to help it is try to find ways to put it in remission. And I don't know what happened the past 3 months, but I broke out. I think the worst I've ever broken out since I've been diagnosed with this condition. And I've had it since I was 12. So it's been really rough for me. Thanksgiving was rough, especially since I traveled because I could barely walk, can barely lift my arms, can't really sit because of the pain, can't lay down because of the pain, can't sleep because of the pain, and all that good stuff. So I am getting a little better. But yeah, I'm going to have to do a lot of changes in 2025 because I never want to feel like this again. So if you have any type of chronic illnesses or pains, you know what I'm talking about, and rooting for you to find ways to either manage it. If there's a cure, to cure it, we're in this together. So that's what I've been going through, as well as everything else that's been happening in the world, because my God, I don't know what we're getting into the next 4 years. I'm terrified. I'm not going to lie. And it's at the point where I'm actually might need to just focus on me and shut down, which I hate saying, but that's kind of where I'm at the point right now because shit is getting scary. Not even in the States, just in the world.
Yeah, no, we've definitely, I mean, as a same sex couple that would like to have a baby at some point in the next couple of years, we're definitely a bit nervous. And we're thinking that maybe like if things get, let's say, reversed, like, you know, gay marriage rights and things like that, we've contemplated at least leaving the state of Florida because we're in a red state. But
yeah, I've been trying to leave this state for years. So if you have an exit plan, please add me to it. Please.
Yeah,
I know there was a point me and you weren't going to try to move, but
yeah, we like it sucks because it's like we just bought a house. But like if in the next 4 years our options are limited as far as like either adoption or you know, other ways of having a child in our situation, we might consider a different state that would have be more aligned with our lifestyle and views.
yeah, no, I get that. Which is like sometimes you don't want to do that because it's like, well, how are you helping, you know, the state that you're in progress and stuff? But at the same time, it's kind of like, especially in our situations, again, you're in a same sex relationship. I'm Black and I'm a woman.
Yeah. It seems like a lot of people are in power right now want it to be left up to the states. So that's the only I don't want to even say good thing about it is like there's hopefully always going to be at least a couple states that are aligned, you know, with that viewpoint. So as long as they leave it to state level, we should be able to have somewhere to go to at least be able to get married. So
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I was pretty shocked by the outcome. I didn't think that America would elect a convicted felon, but
girl,
I guess I was proved wrong.
I was really they would rather surprised.
Have a white convicted male felon over a very educated woman of color. So that's obvious. America made a statement with that one.
Well, a certain type of America, but we won't get into that because we're here to have fun.
Not politics.
We are here to have fun. To try. Bear with us, please. Like we're still in the process phase of just God. Anyway, let's get on to the game. Well, before we get into the game, again, it is the end of the year. It's the last day of 2024 because I try to post this on New Year's Eve. So we are going to share our Apple replays. Sorry, we don't have Spotify. We're not part of the cool kids club, but we have replays. It's Apple Replay. And anyway, I feel like this year, Spotify really like people were mad about their Spotify Wraps. And I had to remember that they did a huge layoff, I think about a year and a half ago, and they used AI. So like people were complaining. It seemed like their Wraps were showing songs and artists and like albums that they haven't listened to since like March of this year. So it was just really interesting. And then these weird like phrases they try to say, like you had a bubble gum rainbow Wizard of Oz K-pop summer or something like that. I don't know. They were just really weird. So I'll stick with Apple. Just show me who I listen to the most.
Yeah.
But we are going to start with our top 10 artists. Do you want to go first, Macy, or do you want me to go first? Because I know you haven't listened to K-pop in a very long time.
Yeah, I mean, you can go first if you want. Mine's not all it's not all that different from last year, except for like one, which is kind of not unexpected, but like I listened to this one particular album like a shit ton. So it's got my thing all screwy, but
okay. Okay, so I will go first with top 10 artists. So number 10 on my list was the girl group Flow from the UK. Really love them. They're great. Feel like they're going to blow up in the future. Rooting for them. Number 9 is Bombing Tiger. I can thank RM, BTS for that, for getting me into them, but I love their music. Number 8 is Citizen Queen. another small girl group that's here in the US. 7 is August D. 6 is J-Hope. 5 is Beyonce, and I know why, and you'll see why when I do the albums. 4 is ATEEZ. 3 is Megan Thee Stallion. 2 is RM of BTS. And Macy, do you want to guess who my number 1 is?
BTS.
It's BTS! I am still going strong. 6, almost 7 years later. I think next year it'll be 7 years since you trapped me and got me into them. And here I am.
Yeah. Unfortunately, mine has finally changed. And it's not, okay. I don't think I really haven't listened to much music this year. Like I've been listening, usually, you listen to music on your way to and from work or whatever, but I've been listening to way more true crime podcasts. So I don't listen to a ton of music in general. Like it's not even just me neglecting K-pop. It's just me I've neglected music a lot this year. So, 2 of my things are basically from movies, but so I'll do my list and then I'll explain. So my number 10 artist is Bad Omens. Number 9 is BTS. So it went down a lot,
but they're still on your list. Okay.
Yes.
They're still there.
So number 8 is Me Without You. Number 7 is Post Malone. Number 6 is Jungkook. So there's some individual members that are higher. Number 5 is Greta Van Fleet. Number 4 is Jimin. Number 3 is Paramore. Number 2 is Hayley Williams. And number 1 is Rachel Ziegler. And this is only because I really, really liked the new Hunger Games movie. I don't know if you saw it.
I didn't. And I didn't know she sung.
It's got a great soundtrack. So that's why I've been listening to that soundtrack like on repeat. And that's why her name is the number 1 artist, because she is on a lot of those songs.
Yeah, I know her name and I've seen her before. So I know she's an actress, but I didn't know she was a singer either. Okay. Interesting. And yeah, you're not the only one that's had like individual members on their list as well, especially since they've been doing solo projects. So that makes sense. But I mean, they were still on there. So
yeah.
All right. So we are going to top 10 albums. So for me, number 10 was Hope on the Street, Volume 1 by J-Hope. Number 9 was Dopamine by Normani. Number 8 is January Never Dies by Bombing Tiger. 7, Access All Areas by Flo, which just came out. I didn't realize I listened to it that much. Number 6 is Love Yourself Answer by BTS. 5 is Indigo by RM. 4 is The Most Beautiful Moment in Life, Young Forever by BTS. 3 is Megan by Megan Thee Stallion. 2 is Cowboy Carter by Beyonce. That's what I meant by artist. That's why I knew she was there. And I told you, I'm a person who doesn't like country music, but Cowboy Carter, I had that on repeat. It was so good for me. Everyone's music is different. And number 1 is Right Place, Wrong Person by my bias RM of BTS.
I can't wait to talk about his music videos.
I'm excited to see what you thought, but we'll get to there.
Okay. So my top, I don't know if yours ever does this, but I have a couple of like singles on here that were listed as my like most listened to album.
Yes.
So
I've had that happen, but they've changed. So
yeah. So number 10 is Hozier. How do you say his name? Hozier.
Don't get me messing up his name.
Unheard by Hozier. I don't know how you say his name.
You're asking the wrong person. I'm going to butcher it too. Hoser?
I don't think so. I think it's like Hozier or Hoiser. I don't know. You guys know.
I know he's European, right?
Yeah.
Y'all know who we're talking about anyway. Yes.
Okay, so number 9 is a single. It's called Downfall by Macy. Number 8 is Feel So Cold, which is another single by Carpetman. Number 7 is Angel Part 2 by Jimin. That's also a single. Number 6 is The Diamond Collection by Post Malone. Number 5 is the Wicked soundtrack. It's I really liked the movie. I thought it was really good.
Oh God, you too?
Yeah.
I saw it during Thanksgiving break. My brother and Frankie took me to go see it. That was their 4th time seeing it when they took me. I was like, y'all were obsessed.
I've only seen it once. It's always been a bucket list item of mine to go see it on Broadway. So, but I thought they did a really good job with the soundtrack. Number 4 is Happy by Jin. Number 3 is Golden by Jungkook. Number 2 is Face by Jimin. I love that album. I'm obsessed with it. And then number 1 is The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which is what that album is called.
I guess I'm going to have to listen to that soundtrack. I have to watch the movie. I don't know where I can find the movie.
You got to watch the movie because it's very like, it's not even country. It's like, I don't know. It just reminds me of like small town, like homemade instruments. It's kind of weird, but I really like it.
I'll try to look for it. Okay, and then moving on to our top 10 songs. So, number 10 is 7, the explicit version by Jungkook featuring Lotto. So, last year that was my number 1, right?
I think so.
I think it was. So, it moved down to 10. It's fine. Number 9 is Bling Bong Bong Boom by Creepy Nuts, and it trended on TikTok. But it was also like an opening for an anime that I got into. But it's a good song. I'll send it to you if you haven't heard it.
Yeah,
Number 8 is Bolo by Peno Meko. Number 7 is Anpan Man by BTS. Number 6 is Big One by Flyana Boss. Number 5 is Ada by Fatu, who is from the K-pop group Black Swan. Number 4 is Arson by J-Hope. 3 is Domodachi by RM and Little Sims. 2 is Never Play by Megan Thee Stallion and RM. I was obsessed with that. I'll talk about it later when we talk about Namjoon. And number 1 for me is Come Back Home by BTS because we're really close to them coming back home. 6 more months. We just have 6 more months. And since I'm speaking about the song, this is my third attempt of begging anyone who may have connections. If y'all can convince BTS to put this song on the comeback tour reunion in like 2026 realistically, because I want them to rest when they come back. Like, yes, we're going to celebrate them as a group being out of that place, but like, please don't expect them to like immediately drop an album, go on tour, all that. Like, let them get back into civilian life, okay? Jin surprised me when he came out and did all those activities, but the rest of them, they need time. But still, when they do go on tour, can y'all convince them, please, to play Come Back Home? And I'm asking specifically if it can be the opener to let armies know that they're back and it's time for Army to come back home. I'm going to probably beg for that every time we talk about BTS until they go on a tour. So this is my 3rd time. The first time was last year when we played this game. The second time was when I did an episode welcoming J-Hope and Jin back from the military. This is the 3rd time. I'm keeping count. Okay. Come Back Home on the set list, please. And if anyone can translate that for me, that'd be great. That's my number 1.
I would be surprised if they didn't think about that song, but I don't know if they would actually do it or not.
I don't know, but I just need them to get whatever rights that they can from Sotaeji. Pay them whatever you need to, the licensing, please. Because there's tons of songs they'd be forgetting about. So I wouldn't be surprised if they forgot about this song. They got a ton of songs.
True. Yeah. Is your rant over?
Top? Yes, it's over. It wasn't a rant. It was begging and pleading. But yes, I'm done.
So my top 10 songs are: number 10 is Chemical by Post Malone. Number 9 is Running Wild by Jin. Number 8 is Some Say by Adam. I'm going to butcher this last name. I think it's like Swedish or something. I don't know. Euclid. So this is an interesting song. I'm just going to talk about this one for 1 second. It's so this artist is a trans person. And so they recorded themselves singing this song before their transition and after. So there's two very, very different voices on this track, but it's the same artist before and after transition. So it's just kind of interesting.
That sounds cool.
Number 7 is Closer to You by Jungkook. Number 6 is Set Me Free Part 2 by Jimin. Number 5 is Angel Part 2, Jimin. Number 4 is Popular by Ariana Grande from Wicked. Number 3 is Feel So Cold by Carpetman. Number 2 is Too Sweet by Hozier. Number 1 is Nothing You Can Take From Me, which is Rachel Ziegler from the Hunger Games album.
You really do like that album.
Yeah. Well, I told you, but keep in mind too, though, that I have been neglecting music. So I listened to this album for like a good 3-4 weeks after the movie came out, and it's kind of faded out, but it's still the number one because it's probably what I listened to most this year.
That makes sense. No, I mean, I'm on the same page, honestly, especially the later half. I haven't been listening to music that much either. I've been listening to more like just podcasts.
Yeah, it's like when we're home, we're watching TV, and then the only time for me to really listen to music is to and from work. But I have been so in a podcast like kick that I just haven't really been listening to music, which is unfortunate because I'm out of date with a lot of stuff. But I'll probably listen to more in the next year because when you're at home doing things and doing activities, you don't want to be watching TV. I'll probably listen to music more. But right now, it's like we don't have a lot of space to do things. So
yeah. No, that makes sense. All right. So if you have listened to us before, if not, it's okay. What we usually do is go over it used to be what BTS did throughout the year, but since it's been individual members, talk about what each individual member has done throughout the year, which hasn't been a lot. Because again, most of them are still enlisted in the military. But like I have stated earlier, they had found a loophole to release music while they're enlisted. And I do truly wonder if like other boy groups, specifically since they're the ones that have to do mandatory enlistment, are going to start doing that or not. Pre-record things and then once they're gone, release them while they're gone. Or maybe they won't. We'll see. Because usually that's the time where like other members start doing like solo work, and then like they usually don't leave altogether like BTS did so they can come back all together. I know a few groups have, but a majority of them don't. So I guess we'll see. That's one thing I'm curious about in the future.
Yes, we'll see.
I guess we'll see. But K-pop itself and the industry has to fix itself. My God, there's been a lot of drama. I ain't talking about any of it, but it's just been a lot. It's been a lot. Anyway, so the way I organize this is kind of the members that didn't really release anything or a lot. And then, of course, the game. Macy, how do you feel about when we start actually doing the game? Because I have no confidence. I know the last time I actually won, but this time I don't know. I just put songs down.
I feel like us not recording this game in like over a year in general, I don't really know what your music taste is at the moment, like I know it changes sometimes, so I don't know. RM was really, really hard. I feel like J-Hope was really hard because I feel like you love all of these songs, so I don't know where to put what where, like it was very hard. And there's only 4 albums, so it's like it shouldn't be that hard, but like it's very hard.
The stakes are higher. But again, we don't play this for anything since we don't live near each other. It's just for fun and bragging rights. So I guess we'll see who will be the bragging champion of 2024. All right. So the member we're going to start with, and I am also going to say this is why I mentioned I'm putting timestamps in the description. So if you want to skip, you could skip, especially if we talk about things you don't want to listen to. So we are going to start with Yoongi. That way I can get what happened to him out the way, and I'll try really hard not to cuss everybody out, because that's what I really want to do. And every time I think about this situation, I get very upset and emotional. I do, because I feel like out of every quote unquote scandal I've ever seen since I've gotten to K-pop, this one was one of the most ridiculous ones I have ever witnessed and saw in real time. Before that, I will just say he did have a theater and IMAX release of D-Day, which was the tour that he did last year. They turned it into a movie, so it was called D-Day the movie, and it released worldwide around not around, on April 10th and the 13th. And then they also made it into a DVD. Well, let me not say that. It's called D-Day the original, but it's a digital code. And sidetrack, because I'm going to rant for a little bit on just that, because I am upset. And it's not just them, it's like everywhere how we're getting rid of physical media. It makes me sad. It makes me upset. I don't know if I should blame streaming for this, because like I think BTS was the reason I started collecting DVDs again. And it's like, I can't even get a physical for this. It's a digital code. I know there's a lot of media on it. I don't know. I don't know if I even believe them saying it's like not wasting like materials anymore, because you're still using up electricity in order to play it. And it's like, if you take the website down, it's pretty much lost forever. Plus two, you're still using materials with all the photo cards and like photo books that came with it. So it's like you're still using a ton of paper. I'm just confused, but it's like, I don't like where we're going with this whole like digital code thing. Yeah. So it's a digital code, and you can buy the box, and it comes with a digital code. You scan the code, and you can only watch it on Weverse.
No, that's weird. You should at least get to like download it, like to your own.
I don't even think you can download it. I think you can only watch it on Weverse. So,
right.
Yeah, don't really like that very much. I would like us to go back to physical DVDs, but we'll see. Because like I said, it's not just a them thing. Because I think even like Best Buy stopped selling DVDs.
I don't know. It's been a while since I've been in a Best Buy. I feel like, unfortunately, like
I don't think new movies even release DVDs anymore. Like they go straight to streaming. But I don't think I've seen in a while, like once a movie came out, it's like, oh, you can buy it on DVD now. So it's just one
I think
of those
that's
lost
definitely
arts.
It's phasing out, which like, I mean, all quote unquote old technology eventually fades out, you know, but you think that you would still be able to get a physical copy of something, whether they could change it to like, I don't know, USB or something like, but so that you could go
that's
physically.
A smart idea. A USB,
right? Just keep replacing the old technology with new technology, but make it so that people could buy, because not everybody wants to buy a whole streaming service. Maybe they just want to buy that one piece of content. So I don't know.
And I mean, things come back too. We've seen the rise of vinyls, and they still make CDs. So I don't know. I think it's just a way so we don't own the media, like the media content. Because I mean, I remember hearing, I think it was PlayStation, you used to be able to buy like shows and movies off there, and they got rid of that service. So like people who bought all this content, it just disappeared and they couldn't get their money back. So it's like things like that I'm talking about.
Yeah, at the very least, you should be able to download it onto your own device, because if it's on some kind of third-party platform, that third-party platform could disappear. So, and then you've already paid for it, you know? So,
yeah. But yes, that digital code was released. The Japan version, because Japan always gets their own versions of things, was released January 31st. And then like global and US was released on June 7th and July 15th on Weverse. Again, it's like I didn't want to really talk about it, but I know you don't know.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Give me a minute, because again, like I said, every time I think about this incident, it just makes me mad. It makes me mad for him. It makes me sad for him. And I really do hope, I won't know until he gets out. I do hope he's doing better. And obviously during the incident, like it was the first time I've seen like people not in the K-pop industry actually come together to support someone, which I thought was nice. And it was new, even though they tried to bring him down too, but it's just like, so the scooter incident, and I'm calling it a scooter incident because it wasn't a fucking DUI, because there's nothing on his license. He didn't get a criminal charge for it. And all he had to do was pay a fine. So like, I really fucking hate anytime I listen to a podcast or just anybody talk and they reference it to a DUI. It's not a DUI. There's no actual criminal charge on him of a DUI. But the scooter incident. So I think, when did this happen? Around August. I'll just talk about like from my perspective, because I remember waking up and I think I saw like him post on Weverse, but like of course it's Korean. So like I didn't know what he posted, but I thought it was weird because when he was like, I will see y'all in 2025, he meant that shit. He didn't want to be heard. He didn't want to be seen. Like he just wanted to get through his service, come out, which I understand completely. Especially what I've heard, not a stigma. I don't know what word to use for it, but it's like, it's this thing where because all the other members were doing like active service and he was doing civil service to where like, you know, he can go home at the end of the day. It's one of those things where it's like you don't really want to be seen, so it doesn't seem like you're bragging that you got not the easier service, but do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like you're not in a base, you don't have to get up and do like drills every other day. He had to go to basic training for a couple weeks, but after that he's basically doing some type of civil job, but he can still be in the city again, see like friends and family if he wants to, go home, things like that. So I remember seeing that, and then the way my notifications are on my phone, I think I scrolled up a little bit, and then I don't remember if Weverse did label it as like a DUI situation, and I think I did see the words DUI. So, and I saw the word Suga, and I'm like, what happened? What's going on? Are people hurt? Is he hurt? Like, what the fuck happened? And so I read the statement, and then I read his letter. And he explained the whole thing because it literally happened when he posted that. I think it happened maybe like hours before, like 2 or 3 hours before. So what he was basically explaining is that he went out. I don't know if he said with some friends or coworkers, but he went out, was drinking a little bit. He took a scooter that he owns, and he had to clarify the scooter because sometimes, you know, when you say scooter, you don't know what you mean. You don't know if you mean like those little mopeds that are able to like drive on the road, or like those like kickable, I guess they're called kickback scooters. But he said it was a kickback scooter with a seat on it. He fell on the scooter in front of his gate. Police were there. They had to take a breathalyzer because I am assuming the type of person that Yoongi is, when they saw he fell and asked if he was okay, he admitted that he was drinking, probably just like, yes, I'm fine, officer. I have been drinking, things like that. So he said he's going to follow police protocols, whatever protocols there are. Now, at the time, and I think the law has changed, they're like his license may get revoked and he's going to pay a fine. But other than that, no one got hurt. He didn't get hurt. And I was like, okay, I didn't know how drunk he was. So I was like, I mean, that was stupid, but you're okay. You're going to follow police protocol, pay the fine. And I personally thought that was the end of it. Of course, Western stands for a good couple of hours. You know, we do our little jokey jokes. We were making cat memes of cats on scooters. People were explaining, you know, their dumb histories of like being on scooters or just anything while they're drunk off their ass. And I thought it was going to be done. And then I forget it's a member of BTS. Now, it's one thing when you have people that don't like BTS be making all these hate tweets and saying this, that, and the third, calling them an alcoholic. It's another when it's your own media writing hundreds and hundreds of articles a day, trying to accuse you of being an alcoholic, trying to, you know, I'm trying to figure out how to say this. Like basically making you a criminal for falling off a scooter. And I was like, what is going on? Because I could have sworn he said he'll follow police protocols and pay whatever fine he needs to pay. I don't understand why we're calling him a liar, why people are like he was drunker than he said, that the vehicle that he was riding wasn't the true vehicle that he was riding. Trying to make it out. They were trying to analyze the scooter too, because again, I guess at that time there was laws about those scooters, and I didn't realize how dangerous they were over there. Yeah, it's just. And then the thing that got really terrible was this one news site, JTBC. I'm saying them by name. I don't care because they've done this to someone else too. They released a CCTV video. They released two. So one, they were claiming it was Yoongi, very blurry, but it showed a guy on one of those, again, like moped type scooters that go about maybe like 45, 50 miles per hour on the side of the street, like in traffic, going at like full speed, claiming it was him and saying that he was lying. Again, I'm not one of those armies that are invasive, but people were questioning it because they're like, that's not near where he lives. I try not to know all that stuff, but that's what people were saying. And again, like I said, that video was very blurry. So it's like, how could you tell that's even him? And then they released the second one. And I guess, again, I'm going off of Korean translators. It was going in the opposite directions of not only where he lives, but opposite direction of where the first video was. And he was even blurrier. But the second one showed someone actually falling off those moped type scooters on the sidewalk. Because even before those came out, people were claiming that like when he fell, he like laid there for a very long time. Like he was so drunk he couldn't get up. That's why my initial thought was like, wow, Yoongi, that was stupid. But again, just do what you got to do. So those two came out and it again caused even more debacle, more articles, more hate things, to the point where like I had talked about this with Nafis for a little bit because she knew some of it, but not all of it. And it's like people that hate BTS so much were making fake accounts, pretending to be fans, and starting a solidarity thing for Yoongi where they would take pictures of themselves inside cars with alcohol in it, like basically supporting drunk driving. And she thought it was real. And I'm like, what type of fandom? I don't care how crazy you are, like Army, Barb, Swifties. I don't think anybody would be that deranged to do that in honor of their faves. I hope not, but definitely not. Listen, I could talk about this because I'm in Army. I know some of them are out there. I don't think they're too out there to be doing that. So it's like that happened. And then later on, the actual CCTV came out where Hybe was like, yes, that is Yoongi. Yoongi had to be like, yes, that is me. And when I watched it, I'm like, I know those pale legs anywhere. That is Yoongi. And it showed him again on what he said he was on, a kickback scooter with the seat on it. He's wearing a helmet. And Macy, I promise you, he is going so slow. People walking, sober walking, were walking past him. That is how slow he was going. A snail's pace.
It's like the equivalent of I threw a balloon at somebody. They threw a baseball at me. Like the difference.
Fucking literally. And so they showed that and on the street towards his apartment. So when they showed CCTV from like the gate of his apartment, there's a turn that he has to make in order to get to like the buttons to like enter in a code to like get in. I am assuming from when I watched the video, it looked like, you know, how sometimes the sidewalks can be like risen because of like the earth and stuff. I feel like his wheel either hit something or the way he turned, it just caught on because he made too fast of a turn and he did fall. But he got up immediately afterwards. He wasn't laying there for like 15 minutes like people said. So he made a sharp turn. He fell. He got up. He actually started picking things up that he knocked over around him. And then 3 policemen were walking by, because I think in the CCTV, you see them walking behind him and came up to him. And that was it. But did that stop the hate? No, it didn't. Because there was also lies in those articles talking about how his blood alcohol was like over the limit to drive the vehicle. And it's like, again, that's how I know it's a lie, because like he had said, they only took a breathalyzer and they let him go home. They didn't take him to the station. So they didn't take any blood to actually test what his alcohol level is. And I know those breathalyzers are about as truthful as actual lie detector tests. So even if they wanted to take his blood, it's way too late. The alcohol system is out. So I don't know where that number came from. It was obviously made up by somebody, because you can't get those numbers off a breathalyzer. And it was just like, I've just never seen anybody try to take someone who's famous in their country down as badly as I saw them try to take down Yoongi. Like I said, it lasted about 2 months. And then finally, what I knew was going to happen when it actually went to court. Oh, and they also made him do that illegal like police lineup that they be doing to Korean celebrities, where they go to police station, all like the journalists are there taking pictures of them, basically trying to humiliate them. Yeah, which he did, obviously bowed, saying he apologized. I mean, once he posted his initial letter on Weverse, I think he posted like 2 more. And because, you know, like when Koreans, especially idols, they do something, they do like those handwritten apologies.
It just sucks.
Which is what he did.
If this had happened to a normal person, like if
nobody
this
would have
happened
cared
to my mom or like somebody I knew or my friend, we would have sat in the driveway and laughed our butts off for like 10 minutes. And then it would have been a funny story that we would have told at like Christmas or something, and it would have been over. Like, it's so silly.
It's really dumb. Again, like I said, and I feel like if it wasn't to that far, or if that was another idol group that was that unknown, it would have turned into like a fandom joke. But like I said, it's BTS, and it's one thing when it's fans or people that don't like them trying to tear them on online, but to see the way their own quote unquote professional media was trying to take him down, was just asinine to me. But like I said, once the trial was done, his license did not get revoked. All he had to do was pay a fine. A $15,000 when you like do the conversion to USD fine, but still just the fine. I know. I was like, are you serious? Because the only person he would have hurt was himself.
Right. It's like, was the scooter motorized in any way?
It was motorized, but again, I think it's one of those scooters that like probably the highest mileage it went up to was like 20.
Kind of like an electric bike, kind of.
Yes. But it's like one of those kickback scooters to where if it wasn't electroized, like, you know, he would be kicking to scoop, but it had a seat and it was motorized.
Right. It's like, but you don't even need a license to drive one of those. Do you?
Well, apparently in Korea you did. I don't know if they got rid of that or not, but apparently in Korea you do.
Because I had something similar as like a 12-year-old and I didn't need a license to drive it.
Yeah, and that's why I was confused at first too. But yeah, no. Apparently in some countries you do, which is what we all learned.
Right.
So yeah, that's what happened. I know his one friend, El Capitan, who toured with him, was really loud about like being in support of Yoongi. Posting about him like on his IG every day. A couple of like Korean actors, and I think a couple Korean like authors were posting like solidarity of Yoongi too. And I know Psy basically like thanked him, saying like he didn't know where he would be without him. Sorry. Again, like I said, this makes me really bad. What else happened? I know something. Oh yeah. And I know Mama tried it this year by doing a quote unquote tribute video to BTS, yet they cut him out of clips. Now, I know he doesn't really give speeches like that, but like to not even show him at all and just show the 6 of them and then be like, oh, it's a mistake. No, it wasn't a fucking mistake. Like that is the stupidest reason to get blacklisted over something. Because I know when all 7 of them come back, you're going to be kissing his ass.
Just messed up. I don't understand.
I don't either. like I said, I hope he's just doing okay. Obviously, after all that, he went back quiet. So I'm going to try to take that as a good sign. I know during promotions, Jin and then Namjoon had wrote a letter a week or two ago that, you know, the members talk all the time. So that's another thing too. I wish people would stop like saying the members need to post something publicly as if they don't have his phone number and can't text or call him to show solidarity. It's like, we all know they're like family. Why do we need to see that? We know they're there for him. What is your, like, you need to see it so it's real. It doesn't make sense to me. And also, I really wish people like in the fandom would stop being like, oh, he's going to make a great diss track after this. Because it's like, y'all don't understand or know this man at all. And the fact that you only see him as writing diss tracks, one, says a lot about how you view hip hop. And I'm not going to get into that because I can be here for another whole hour and y'all be saying y'all anti-Black without saying you're anti-Black. But anyway, I'm not getting into that. And two, again, not seeing the work that this man went through to use rap, which is what is used for a lot to like process him as a person and go through his traumas and talk about his traumas and to heal from that. And all you care about is him writing a diss track after this. Man, fuck y'all. Like, I'm not even sorry, but seriously, fuck you. It just, it makes me so mad. Again, especially as a person myself who on a level understands him as like being misunderstood by a lot of people. Like when they look at you, they think you're like stoic, you're like mean and all these other negative things until they actually start talking to you. And I know he gets that a lot. And he even admitted that in the Sushi Chua episode. And it's just like, I don't even know, man. I don't even know what else to say. It's just that I just hope he's okay. Yeah. I don't know what's going to happen when he comes back, but it's just like, yeah, that's all I can hope for. I'm going to hope that like everything from the D-Day tour and finishing the August D trilogy helped heal them in a way. Because I can't imagine if this happened like back in the day, like maybe 2016, 2017, what would have happened. Right. So... And everyone asking for him to be,
because they weren't as like they were famous, but they weren't as famous. So people wouldn't.
Well, not only that, they were still getting a lot of hate. Their confidence wasn't as high. Mm-hmm. You know, we all know back in 2018, they went through a hard time wondering if they were going to disband or not. So that's what I mean. It's like during those tough times, if something like this happened, I can't even imagine what the outcome may have been for not only him and like his mental health, but like the group. And again, for all those people asking him to leave the group, obviously, as we've seen, that's not going to happen. Or you're just asking for BTS to disband.
Yeah.
So
you can't have BTS without one of them. Like, that's not how it works.
Exactly. And they
wouldn't go on with BTS if one of them was missing.
Why would 7 guys get 7 tattoos if they didn't care about all 7 of them?
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense. They're not like other groups where if someone leaves and they can just carry on.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that's it. I don't have any solutions for that, except for, again, I'm just hoping for the best for him mentally. I just hope he's talking to friends and family, cheering him up. And I can't really predict anything until he comes back. So yeah. I knew that was going to take me a long time to talk about, but it was just like, I still want to cuss everybody out, but I'm not going to do that because we're going to move on. Anyway, so that was Yoongi. So let's move on to Jungkook, JK. So he did release a single called Never Let Go on June 7th. Never let go, 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 go. Never let go, 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 go. Never let go, 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 go. Never let go, 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 go. Which is kind of like an upbeat, poppy song. I sent that to you, right? To listen to. Did you listen to it?
I feel like I've heard it. I don't think you said, was there a video that went with it or no?
I know I sent you some screenshots to listen to music aside from the albums. I don't know if you listened to those songs or not.
You sent me the screenshots of the albums and you sent me all the videos, but I don't think you sent me.
I could have sworn I did, because didn't I also send you a screenshot to listen to Never Play?
Well, that was a video you sent me. I listened to that. I watched the video.
Did I send you the video or not? Oh, maybe I did it. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. Yes, the single Never Let Go, which again is kind of like an EDM dance type song. Just Jungkook saying how much he's never gonna let go of Army because he loves us. I'm very bad at being like sentimental and like gushy and all that, if you can't tell. Also during this year, Jungkook and Jimin had a Disney Plus series called Are You Sure? That was released August 8th through September 19th, consisting of 8 episodes. And it is still on Disney Plus if you want to go back and watch it. I don't know when this started, but Hybe has this thing called like Hybe Insight, which is basically like why can I never say this word? Exhibit. I almost said exhibition. I don't know why.
Exhibition.
Yes, that's something completely different, right?
I mean,
okay, exhibit for the musical artists. So there was one for Golden that ran from August 30th to September 22nd in Seoul, November 1st through the 17th in Los Angeles, and currently right now, November 23rd through December 29th in Japan. And on December 9th, it was announced that Golden, the Moment, that's the full name of it, is the best-selling Hybe Insight. See, I wrote exhibit. Did I write exhibition? It was the best exhibit of 2024, according to Interpark. His documentary, I Am Still, which showed his journey during creating and promoting Golden, came out in theaters worldwide on September 18th. And then there was a party edition with like a bonus sing-along that came out on October 11th. And then recently on December 3rd, there's a 3-episode, I guess you can consider a series of the documentary, I Am Still, with additional footage. And I think according to my friend Caitlin, because she saw it in theaters, the extra footage is just like them showing the full performances of him performing songs from Golden at his showcase that he had before he left.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't usually talk about or shout out awards, but I will shout out some awards. So at the Mama Awards, he won Fan Choice Male, Best Male Artist, and Best Dance Performance Solo for Standing Next to You. At the Melon Music Award, you know what? I said Mama earlier that tried to. I take that back. It was the Melon Music Award, I think, the MMA that cut out Yoongi in a tribute video for them, not Mama. Sorry. I mean, y'all have confusing names. No wonder I messed it up. Mama, MMA. Anyway, but yes, at that award, he won Best Solo Male, Top 10 Artist, a Bongsang, and Millions Top 10 for Golden. The Break Tudo Awards, I have no idea what that is, but he won K-pop Hit of the Year for Standing Next to You and International Male Artist. And at the Billboard Music Award, he won Top K-pop Album and Top Global K-pop Song. Billboard charts ranked Golden as number 10 on their top 10 best-selling albums of 2024. So congratulations to JK. And obviously, he doesn't really post much. Like, he'll come online occasionally, but not a lot. He does have an Instagram for his dog Bam. He also recently opened a YouTube account for Bam, or shared it, because apparently that account has been active since 2016, but there's no videos on it right now. So it's the same handle as his Instagram. If you go to his Instagram, there's a link to the YouTube. I don't know what type of videos he's going to be posting, or if he's going to be posting when he comes out. We will see. And we think he accidentally made a Threads account, because I guess that's linked up to your Instagram. I don't have Threads, so I don't know. Apparently, if you also delete Threads, Threads.
I don't think I know what that is.
It's like Meta's version of Twitter. Threads have been around for like a year or two.
Very out of the loop.
I see that. But yes, and apparently if you delete a Threads account, you may actually delete your IG. So he has a Threads account, and like I said, he visits Weavers from time to time. But that is everything that JK has, I'm assuming, been up to, because I don't know what they're doing in the military for 2024. And I had told myself, because we recorded this so early, that if any other like news pop up before I post this that I'm not going to come in and do like an update or anything, and it's just going to be what it is at the time of the recording. However, I do feel like this was pretty significant, so here I am. While we're on the topic of Jungkook, he went live. He went live. He was on vacation and surprised all of us and went live on December 18th. Were you one of the lucky ones that watched it? Because I was, and I thought I was dreaming. I really did. I woke up from a nap and I looked at my phone and it said JK Live. I'm like, this has to be, is this from Twitter? Like, this has to be fake. And it wasn't. He actually went live. And then I was like, is he able to do this? But then I remembered, like, JB from Got7 during his enlistment, he was going on Instagram Live a lot, but I thought it was different because I'm pretty sure JB did the civil like service and not active like JK's doing. Listen, I don't know how that works, but hey, he got permission. He went live, so he blessed us with a good old karaoke live. And I didn't realize how much I needed it so badly. I know a lot of us need it. It really was a joy. It was. He looks really good. Again, I don't keep up with like if any news come out on the military, so I'm just hoping he's doing okay. He looked okay, but I don't really know. So yeah, he looked good though. And I'm sure just like the rest of us, he's on the countdown. His new little area looked nice. He told us he moved. Apparently everyone but me knew that he was getting a house built. I think I've said it on the show before, but like when it comes to things like their private lives, especially family, friends, if they're not famous themselves, and even if I'm not a fan of them, I don't keep up with them because why? And things like relationships, especially where they live, why is that any of my business? And I wish it wasn't other people's business, but it is. I didn't know until he said it. There's a whole ass YouTube video of when it was being built. Oh my God. And people have been sending gifts. I wish they would respect his words and not show up, but I know that's not going to be the case, especially since they showed up at his old apartment. And apparently there's drama going on with that too, that I'm not going to get into. But anyway, I hope he enjoys his new place. He really decked it out. He truly built himself a private karaoke. And it took a while, and some other like tweets and TikTok videos that I saw, I was like, damn, he truly is an introvert because he built a house to where if he doesn't have to leave, he won't. And I respect that. Listen, that I need to follow. I'm not rich enough to do that though, but I was like, damn, I see you, JK, as an introvert. I respect that because if I had the money, I'd probably do the exact same thing and just fill my house with things that I like to where I don't have to leave if I don't have to. But yeah. Anyway, I don't want to make this too long. It was great. I think he broke the record of the most views of anything. Yeah, so his We Live, I guess that's what we're calling it now. It literally ended on 20.2 million people watching it, which one I think is the most for that website. But not only that, I was seeing like articles and tweets come out that saying it was more views than the recent Oscars that had 19.5 million viewers, the Grammys that had 16.9 million, the Golden Globes with 10 million, and the VMAs at 4. But again, who watches the VMAs anymore? Honestly. But yeah, look at our king, Jungkook, just breaking records. Anyway, and at the time I'm recording this, I know Bodily just posted an Instagram post of him and her dancing. So yeah, I know I gave the crown. I'm gonna spoil it now to the beefiest member, to Tae. I may have to change my mind on that. You know what? I should probably just wait until they all come out. Because right now, I say it's Tae, and I still think it's Tae, but seeing JK, and he's always been big, but I'm like, Jesus. And then I have to still put Namjoon in the running, because, oh my God. Anyway, let's get back to this episode. Now we are going to move on to Kim Taehyung, or his stage name is V. I would like to start off by saying Rip Yotan. I
Not
don't know
me
if you know this,
finding out
Macy.
not me that finding out he died for that Christmas video in the comments. I'm like, what? I was reading the comments after I watched that video, and I was like, wait a second. They're all saying that he appeared in the stars, and like I was like, wait a second, did he die? So I had to look it up.
He did. So on December 2nd, Tay made a post about it on his IG. Like, he just posted like videos and pictures of him, kind of like what I did when Bella left, and we didn't know. But then on his story, he explained. And I think the star reference is because he mentioned that Yotan went up to the stars. Mm-hmm. So very sad, especially me and you. We know what it's like when you lose a beloved pet.
Oh my gosh.
I think Yotan was only 7 years old, but he always had health problems ever since he had him. So, and I think he's been gone for a while, because in the translations I was reading, he said he didn't know how to tell ARMY. So usually that phrasing makes me think, oh, he's been gone for a while and you're just now telling us. I don't know how long, but like, he didn't just die like yesterday.
Right.
So RIP to him. But again, he'll live on forever in the layover, which I'm pretty sure was deliberately planned in the album.
Literally dedicated to his dog. So sad.
Yeah. All the promotions, we'll get videos. And then, of course, the single that just came out that I'll mention soon. So things that released. So Taehyung was the second lead in IU's music video Love Wins All, which was released January 24th. I didn't know if you wanted to say anything about the music video, Macy, because I did send that to you last minute. It's basically them like fighting alien cubes.
It was
imagining a world where they're not like disabled, because, you know, his one eye is blind, and I don't think IU could hear, but then the cubes end up getting them at the end.
Yeah. It was a very emotional video. Like, I was watching it, I'm like, well, this is weird at first, but then by the end of it, I'm like, I'm about to cry.
It was very like cinematically. I was like, I actually need a drama from this, and IU acts. So like, can she please star in a drama about this?
Yeah.
So yes, IU's video Love Wins All. I was definitely an emotional wreck when I first saw it. And his first single of 2024, which was Friends with Ends in parentheses, was released March 15th with an MV. I'm going to be honest, that's one of my favorite Tae songs, I think, of all time. I really like the song Friends. Mm-hmm. And again, he dies in the music video.
Right. Yeah, he dies, wakes up, and then he dies again.
And then when he wakes up, he's in bed with himself.
Yeah. A lot of like looking at themselves in these videos. It happened multiple times where it's just the camera pans and it's just them again.
I'm sure there's a bunch of fans that can do like theories about that, but I think I've said multiple times, I'm not one of those fans. Yeah. So I can't theorize all that, but I enjoyed the music video. The first time, it's so funny, like when there's couples all around him and he's just like single and miserable. My favorite part is when he gets out of the store and he just like knocks the engagement ring out of his hand. He's just like, get out my way, because that would be me. It's so good. I really enjoyed that song in that video. Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Honestly, I enjoyed all the videos you sent me. They were all either cinematic and like acty, or just they're so funny. Why are they so funny? Just ironically funny with their faces.
That's the actor in him. Mm-hmm. But other songs he released was Winter Ahead featuring Park Hyo Shin, which was released on November 29th. Don't you wanna say you'll stay? Lie with me by the fire. We can be safe from the storms up high. There's a winter ahead, weather is cold and wet. We are swimming paradise. I said, at least he didn't die in this music video.
Yeah,
I mean,
Tae's
I
going
still don't
through it
understand
in all
what's
these
going
videos.
on. He really is. He's definitely a theater kid that loved the dramatics.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know his opinion on Wicked.
Yeah.
I hope he talks about it when he comes out. According to Forbes on December 11th, Tae's winter ahead song dethroned Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You on the Billboard's holiday digital song sales. So congratulations to Tae, because we know Christmas time is usually Mariah's time.
Yeah.
Okay.
They defrost her just for this.
Exactly. White Christmas by Bing Crosby with Tae was released on December 6th with an animated video of Bing Crosby as Santa and Yotan as his little helper delivering gifts around the world. And like Macy said, it was obviously a dedication video to Yotan, and I'm sure Bing Crosby as well. So
yeah. You know, I opened the comment section because I like to look at the comments after I watch each video just to see what people are saying. And literally the first comment was like, Bing Crosby and Yotan will forever be in the stars in our hearts. And I'm like, wait a second. Who didn't tell me that his dog died?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So the double emotional. I'm like, this video is so cute. Look at little Yotan. I'm like, oh shit. No, I'm sad.
Until you know.
Yeah.
When you find the facts, you're like, wait a minute. No, I did get emotional because I think we found out he had passed and then like it dropped. So I was like, oh, great.
Mm-hmm. At least I'm not too far behind. It's not been like a whole year and I didn't realize he was gone.
Yeah, no, it's just been like a couple days. And again, like I said, I think he's been gone for a while. So we don't actually know, besides Tae and his family, like when he actually passed. I know he was on vacation. So I do hope he was there like for that, like to see Yotam one last time. But still. And then as far as awards for Tae, he did win Mama's Fan Choice for Male. And I also will end it on a happier note, so we don't have to keep talking about Yotan. I think Tae won the contest for the member who's going to be the biggest when he comes out. I don't know if you've seen what he looks like lately, Macy.
Yeah. I think I saw some kind of like dance video.
Yes.
Did he like, he was like IG. Dancing with another, like a girl. Yes. And everyone was saying it was Tae. I'm like, that's not Tae. He's fucking huge. And then after doing my research, I'm like, oh God, and it really is him. Because I saw it on TikTok. I didn't see it on his account.
I just sent you a picture of one he posted on Weverse next to his standee because he's an ambassador for coffee and him. Jeez. You want to actually see his face. Yeah. Yeah.
Right, Tae.
When they were all joking, the four of them, before they left, about like who was going to come out the biggest, and they're like, oh, JK, and Tae's like, well, I mean, I might try. Yeah, sir, you did. I honestly think you may be bigger than Namjoon at this point.
Right.
And don't lose it. I'm going to be so upset if you come back. Don't. Look at Wonho. Okay, he's able to do it. I believe in you, Tae. And you seem to like your muscles. You was flexing all in that video. My Caitlin, who was a Tae bias, a friend I made this year through a Discord service, she's been losing her mind every time she sees him. She has not been okay this whole year. But like, even if you look at the music video that was recorded last year to like pictures of him now.
Yeah, it's very different.
It's insane. So yeah, I'm temporarily giving the award of the member who's going to come out. Because when I used to do TikTok, I used to joke like, are we ready for like Beefy Bangtan when they come back? I'm giving that award to Tae. Okay, Mr. Kim Taehyung, you won the beefiest member award. Congratulations. All right. So moving on. So the next 4 members that we are doing, we are going to play the game. So we are going to start with Jimin. Lovely Jimin. Okay, so around June, because I couldn't find the actual date, it was announced that Jimin would be releasing his second solo album called Muse. There's a pre-release song for the album, the Smeraldo Garden Marching Band featuring Loco, that came out June 28th with a music video / like live video of it. That one I did forget to send to you, so I don't think you've seen that. It's really cute though. So we can't really talk about it because you didn't see it, but it's fine.
Yeah.
So the album also consists of the song Closer Than This, which is at the end, which was a single he actually released on December 22nd, 2023, a week after he officially enlisted with JK. Muse was released on July 19th with a title track Who that came with the music video, a live performance that was shown on the Jimmy Fallon show, and a 30-minute like YouTube video of Jimin showing Namjoon Muse before they both left. It was part of like this thing called Mini Moni Music. I haven't studied my Korean in a very long time, so I can't say it in Korean. But basically, they did like a little album exchange with each other for the unit Mini Moni because Namjoon was the first one to do it with Jimin because he showed Jimin right place, wrong person. So it was just like a little album exchange, which was really cute. And I already mentioned this when we talked about JK, but again, they have a traveling show on Disney Plus called Are You Sure? And he does post a little bit more than like JK does on Weverse. He'll come every now and then, like asking Army if they're okay. I know he posted on his birthday, since it's the winter, if, you know, stay warm, all that good things. And then some awards that he won. So again, this break, Tudo Awards that I don't know about. He won International Hit of the Year for Who and International Rising Artist. For the Mama Awards, he won Fan Choice Male. Dangsing for Fans Choice of the Year. I believe he's the I believe he's the first solo artist to win that for a couple years. So congratulations to him. And then this BMI London Awards. So on December 12th, Like Crazy was recognized and honored as one of the most performed songs of the year for 2024 in the UK. Which actually joined the song Dynamite by BTS, and the writers and composers Blush Davis and Chris James also received awards for this achievement. So congratulations to them. All right. So for Muse, we're going to go ahead and play the game. Do I need to say the point system to them?
I mean, you can, I guess.
Okay.
Just so they know what we're playing for.
Yeah. Again, nothing really, just bragging rights. But it is 10 points if it's on the list, 20 points if it's in the right spot, 30 for the first place, and 100 if you get everything correct from 5 to 1. And like I said, if I said it in this recording earlier, I can't remember anymore. I have no confidence. I have no idea, especially since you haven't been listening to music in a while. I might not win this, Macy. You might actually get this. We will see.
I feel like you won every BTS game we've played.
I have, but this one I really didn't know. I really didn't know. I feel like I just wrote down songs, and I know for Jin, after we talked about our Apple Replay, that one is wrong. So yeah, it's fine. It's fine. All right, how are we doing this? Who wants to go first and who wants to reveal first?
So
if we remember how to do this,
right? Like we guess. Jeez. Do you want me to guess yours and then you'll tell me mine and then you guess mine and I'll tell you mine? Or do we want to each guess first and then reveal?
It's easier to guess first and then reveal. So if you want, I can guess yours first.
Okay.
And then you guess mine and then you reveal and then I reveal.
Okay.
Okay. We'll just do that for all 4 of them.
Okay.
All right. So for your number 5, I put Smeraldo Garden Marching Band featuring Loco. 4, I put Rebirth. 3, Slow Dance featuring Sophia Carson. 2, Be Mine. And number 1, I did put yours as the title track, Who.
Okay. So now am I revealing or I'm guessing yours?
No, you're guessing mine.
Okay. So for your number 5, I put Closer Than This. Number 4, I put the Smeraldo Garden. I didn't put features on mine. I'm sorry if I was supposed to.
Fine.
I just number
I try
3,
to give respect to everyone that's on the song.
Yeah. I figured you would. So I'm like, I'm not going to write it down because she's going to. Number 3 is Be Mine. Number 2, I put Slow Dance, and number 1, I put Who.
Okay. All right. So tell me what yours are.
So my number 5 was Closer Than This.
Dang it.
Don't have to worry now. 잠시 손을 놓지만 작은 춤표일 뿐인걸. Just call my name out loud. 다시 보랏빛 물들끈 날. 'Cause anytime you want me, I'll be right here where you call me. I'll be. Can never let you go. Never let you go. Whenever you need me, I'll be. If you believe me, I'll be. I will never let you go.
Number 4 is Be Mine.
Baby, I want the same. Love till the morning. We just keep falling. 어차피 우린 연결된 DNA. Baby come, show me what love is. Yeah, yeah. 뜨겁게 녹여줘 뜨겁게 빨리. Lovers come and go, in and out of my heart. 빠져들
Okay.
Number 3 is Smeraldo Garden. Smeraldo? How do you say that?
Smeraldo?
Smeraldo Garden.
전하지 못한 말 숨겨왔던 너의 마음 다 전해줄 거야. Just for you. 전 고민하지 말 우리가 함께니까 솔직해져 봐.
Let's go.
I love you, babe. 다가갈게 너에게. I love you, babe.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Number 2, I put Who.
What?
So many people to see, places to go. We still haven't found our love. We never met, but she's all I see at night. Never met, but she's always on my mind. Wanna give her the world and so much more. Who is my heart waiting for?
And number 1 is Slow Dance.
Baby, we can slow dance. I'm canceling my plans. I'll give in to the tempo of our favorite song. Don't let go, keep moving on. Slow dance. We're caught up in a romance. I'll give in to the tempo of our favorite song. In these moments where we belong.
I'm just like, sometimes the female features are always your number ones. Not always, but
And I really, really liked Who. If there were a little bit of change here and there. I know you didn't want to talk about it a ton, but like there's just a lot of auto-tune in that one. It's on all across. I still like the songs, but that one would have been number 1 if there was just a little bit less, because I love the video. I love the style of the video and I really liked it, but the slowdowns won out a little bit more because I felt like there was a little bit less of that in there.
I will say the performance that he does for the Jimmy Fallon show has less of it in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I know I go back and watch that one a lot, but yeah, I have no arguments with that. Okie dokie, you ready for mine?
Yep.
All right, so for number 5, I actually have Rebirth down.
Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, I didn't think I cared. Oh my gosh, it's not 숨겨지지 않아. 넌 나의 어둠 속 light, like 태양이 비추는 vibe. 살며시 번져가. And I want a real good love, good love, good love. I'm trying to find that love, good love.
Tell me when you're ready, because I don't know if you're like
Yeah, you're
taking
fine.
notes or okay.
I have it written down. I'm just using my Apple Pencil to write
Oh, so you got a smart way to do it. Okay. So number 4 for me is Closer Than This.
I will never let you go. Never let you go. 비가 내리면 비 맞으며 노래하던 그때 기억할게. 눈이 내리면 눈 맞으며 웃어주던 널 척하며 다시 만날 봄날에 못다한 얘길 전할게. My love, my baby, 영원히 네 곁에 이거보다 나 right 두근거려 지금도 와 나의 맘 시간 눈을 감아.
Number 3 is Smeraldo Garden Marching Band.
눈부신 하늘과 흩날리는 꽃들도 함께 할 거야. So tell me how you feel. 그저 느낀 그대로 너를 맡겨봐.
Let's go.
I love you, baby. 다가갈게 너에게. I love you, baby.
Yes, sir.
I want you, baby. I wanna hold your hands. I want you, baby.
Number 2 is actually Who.
Who is my heart waiting for? Is she someone that I see every day? Is she somewhere 1,000 miles away? Wanna give her the world and so much more. Who is my heart waiting for? Who is my heart waiting for? Who is my heart waiting for? Who is my heart waiting for?
And one for me is Be Mine. That's really the only song I go back and like actually will play and listen to. So
Come in, love you, yeah, yeah, yeah. I want you to be mine. Come in, love you, yeah, yeah, yeah. I want you to be mine. I want you to be mine. I want you to be mine. Don't need to worry. Just follow my lead. 내가 네 맘에 더 가득 찰 수 있게. Baby, come, show me what love is. Yeah, yeah. 뜨겁게 너 곁에 뜨겁게 빨리. Love is
Okay.
I just love like the Latin flair that it has.
I can see that.
Okay, so how did the first one go for you?
I mean, I got 40 points. I got 4 of the songs on your list, but none of them are in the right order.
Oh, same. So we're tied so far. This is great. All right, so we are moving on to J-Hope. Hope right here. So on March 24th, J-Hope released a documentary that's on Amazon Prime called Hope on the Street, where he showcased and highlighted different styles of dance in Osaka, Seoul, Paris, New York, and Gwangju. And I really hope I'm not missing a place, but I think those are the only places he went to. And it was accompanied by the EP titled Hope on the Street Volume 1 that we are going to play the game with. And it's in the same order of the documentary. So like, for example, the one I can remember the most, like the song Lock Unlock, that's the 3rd episode. I don't know if you were aware of that documentary, Macy.
Mm-mm.
If you have Amazon Prime, I really, really recommend and you watch it because again, it like not only showcase, J-Hope dancing, but I think this is the first time I really seen him get like vulnerable like that, especially like when it comes to dance. Because in one of the cities, I think it's Paris, when he learns about like house music, he like actually was struggling about it. And like he got really vulnerable about it, like showing that he's struggling, that he's getting upset about it. And he gets really like open because he travels with, I apologize for not remembering his name. I think his like stage name is, it's like Bungalow Kim or something like that, who he's friends with. He travels with J-Hope and, telling him how, especially with enlistment coming up, how he's been struggling with like being an idol and like dancing, but like street dancing just in general and learning different types of dances that are not like idol dances. And like, there's been times where he's been wanting to like give up on dancing and things like that. So I would recommend it to not only you, but just like anyone else who hasn't seen it yet. Like I said, it's on Amazon Prime, but I'm sure you can find other ways to watch it. Anyway, so he was discharged from the military on October 17th. He's a free man. One of the free men were almost there. And Jin was able to see him when he discharged. I would recommend the episode that I did with my good friend Gina and Lala titled Welcome Home. We say to Soak for their unit name. Apparently it's Soak. So whatever you want to call them. We did an episode of celebrating their return from enlistment and the things that they did while they've been out so far. So, yes. And if you want to see Jin, go pick him up. It's on YouTube, you know, one of those Bangtan bombs.
I think I saw that. Didn't he bring that giant thing of flowers?
Yeah, that he stuffed with bubble wrap to make it look huge.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah, he says it too.
Oh, does he?
He does. Jin is just so funny. And honestly, I'm kind of surprised because Hobi really hasn't done much since he's been out. Aside from he did a first pitch at the Kia versus Samsung like baseball game. And then he went to LA for a while. I don't remember how long he was actually there, for like 2 to 3 weeks. We don't really know what he did there. He did say he worked a little bit, but it also could have been like vacation. We're not really sure. He's back in Seoul now, but he was in LA for like a very long time. Mm-hmm. And then he's also a guest on Taehyung, who is one of Big Hit's longest artists in the company. I think he is the longest artist that's still there in the company. Radio show called Close Friends with Lee Hyun. But yeah, like I said, he's honestly not even posting that much on Instagram, which I feel like he posted more when he was enlisted. And some people are joking like, hey, Hobi, you know you're home, right? I'm sure he's resting. There are rumors that he may be preparing for a tour. I'm not going to be up and down this podcast saying that he is going on tour because, again, I learned my lesson from 2022. We talked about this when the Festa dinner happened. So if he goes on tour, great. Will I be able to see him? Money, not great timing, which really sucks because honestly, he's the second member solo music wise that like I listen to the most. Would love to see Daydream live. That's like the one song I would love to see performed live. But yeah, right. So he may or may not. We will see. I know Gina's very adamant about him going on tour, so I'm just going to be here along for the ride. And then he's done some things like posted on Instagram, attending some private events. Like, I don't have no idea how to pronounce this, and that just shows you how broke I am. And I don't even know what this is for. Arumar's Higet? No, I know I butchered that. And I think that's for a watch. That's why I said that. This just shows you how broke I am because I have no idea what that's for. And Cause, which I think he went to an event with them for the second season of Squid Games that's coming out Christmas Eve. And then Neuron was added to the playlist of Best Global Hip Hop of 2024 on Spotify. So congratulations to J-Hope. I don't know how long that lasts, like on the list, but it's on the list. So yay. All right. On to Hope on the Street, Volume 1 with the title track Neuron featuring Gecko and Yumi Ray. Do I guess
you
first
guessed
for you?
First last time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so for number 5 for you, I put What If the Dance Remix. Number 4, I put Neuron featuring Gecko and Yumi Ray. 3, I put I Wonder featuring Jungkook. 2, I Don't Know featuring Yoongi from Le Sserafim. And number 1 for you, I put Lock Unlock.
All right. So for you, I feel like I'm really wrong on this one. Number 5, I put I Don't Know. Number 4, I put I Wonder. Number 3, I put What If. Number 2, I put On the Street. And number 1, I put Neuron.
Okay, I mean, you were actually pretty close on that one. So I'll give you that.
So you were pretty close on mine. You ready? So my number 5 is I Don't Know. number 4 is On the Street.
내도 빠른 선택걸어 anywhere J in the air 가는 길이 희망이 되고자 하연하고 태어 입은 my world was made of your love in your face 보답을 해 저 멀리서라도 나비가 돼 Just walk lightly whenever you want Go on hopefully wherever you walk 누군가의 숨이 깃들여 있는 거리 내 영혼과 영혼을 담을게 everywhere Every time I walk Every time I run Every time I move It's always for us
I don't know why I didn't think of putting that on there for you.
Yeah. I really like all of these songs, so it was very hard to choose.
It really was.
Number 3, I put Neuron.
샘이 깊은 묵은 네가 바로 날 깨웠던 새뿌리야 We'll never ever give up forever I say it again We'll always be a light to move us I'll tell you again We'll never ever give up forever I say it again We'll always be a light to move us And if you are on occasion And if you are you an angel 반응해 없는 삶 Get up, new, get up, run And if you are on attention And if you are you an angel
And number 2, I put What If.
Find the hand that always helped me through this ride. Progression was something I was hoping for. 매일 나의 길도 이뤄져 한 걸음씩 계속 앞으로 나아가죠.
And you got my number 1. It's Lock Unlock.
Just you run love, don't know why. We made it right. I do it for you. Love, just you run love, don't know how. We make it right for our own break. Again for our love, for our step. Again for our world.
Yay!
Featuring Benny Blanco, right?
Unfortunately, we ain't gonna get into that.
No, I was going to say congratulations to him and Selena
Oh,
Gomez.
sure.
I don't know
Okay,
anything about him.
Sure. Anyway, yeah.
Okay. I don't know the tea. There is tea.
Okay, so for my top 5, so for my number 5 is actually On the Street, the solo
On
version.
the street 우리 두 발이 걷는 화로 영혼을 마주하며 doing better for us 짙은 게 we try to smile 마른 게 we try to cry 아문 게 we가 친구함을 놓아 흉터가 핀 꽃길을 봐 무성해진 너와 그저가는 초아 메말라가는 마음에 담비는 내서 참 조화로워 사기를 부려펌 What the hell is time 약인가 악인가 숙명 같은 한인가 길을 아는 것과 걷는 것은 다르기에 우리 위해 I'm just working all night
Which I listen to both. I listen to the one with him and J. Cole and the solo version. So I just really like that song. Number 4, I have I Wonder featuring Jungkook.
Cause I wanna keep you close There's 100 million maybe's but I gotta know We could get better life for life This love right now is all we got All we need We're happy right now So why don't we
Number 3, I have What If Dance Remix.
What if I have no home? What if I have no dream? What if I have no passion? What if I have no What if I have no money? What if
I know I didn't have this song on here when we did Jack in the Box, but I really like the song. And there's just something about the dance remix that like,
yeah,
I don't know. It's so good. Number 2 is actually where I have Neuron.
J-Hope, check up you me ready on a new level. 사랑과 평화 움직이는 내 맘속 two letters. Throw your peace in the sky. 손가락 두 개로 but no okidoki 보시오. 검은 날개 난 baby T. 뜨거운 불꽃 피는 미소 지내기 시. J-Hope they gave T the beat drive. Look at your man like how she get the best buy. Cause you can learn to flow with passion, it can't be taught. I got a passion for the game, hustle never stop. Music and family, that's what it's all about. They keep me going like day in and day out. Music and family, that's what it's all about. You keep me motivated on the days I hate it. Reminded that God created something special. Majesty, I made it. We'll never ever.
Yes. Shout out to my queen, Yoongi Ray. And number 1, I actually have I Don't Know featuring Yujin from Le Seraphim.
Yes, we're on the edge. It's true that I'll be caught up in my mind. Okay, I took it for granted, but I can't lose you this time. I've changed me now. If I fear 서로의 이념이 서로의 beer. 이제 상처를 지을 우리에겐 이건 가벼운 일. I don't know, I don't know, I don't know how. 몰라 우리 다 I don't care, I don't care, I don't care 다. Just think about 우리
I really like that song. I think their voices blend beautifully. And I think I've always talked about how I love when Hobi sings because he just has a beautiful voice. So the way he's singing on that with her, magical. It does something to me. I love hearing them vocalize together. It's so good.
I did better on that than I thought I would. At least I got all the songs that you picked. They're not all in the right order, but
I at least got your number 1, so I'm getting somewhere. I'm not going to for Jin though, but all right. So speaking of Jin, we're gonna move on to Kim Sok Jin. Or I have been calling him Uncle Jin because he's really been acting like an uncle since he came back. But I love it. Okay. So Jin, again, I would recommend listening to the Welcome Home to Sok episode because we talk about all the activities that Jin did when he got discharged from the military. I will refresh that he officially got discharged on June 12th of 2024. And then he was able to hold the BTS Festa showcase on his own the next day on the 13th. So that was very special. I did cry a lot. Kept saying he didn't sound good, but he sung perfectly, especially like, again, right out of the military. So it was great. It was also great that Jin was the one that all the members were able to get off and they were able to go see him. I don't know if you saw like all the memes and stuff online or not, especially with Namjoon and his saxophone.
no.
God, Macy, you missed it. I wish I sent them to you because they were hilarious, especially like comparing him to this one meme of, I think, Squirtle playing a saxophone because he was kind of dressed in like the same colors and stuff. It was so funny. I miss him so much. Okay, anyway. So his album Happy officially released on October 25th with the title track Running Wild. He had his special stage showcase where he did activities with ARMY, like explaining the meaning of each song on Happy. He performed the songs, and then on the last day was special because he performed the song Heart on a Window featuring Wendy from Red Velvet, and she actually came and performed with him. And they also played games with the fans, and her being there was really funny because I swear, Macy, like they literally stood 12 feet apart from each other while singing the song. And it's okay. I know how it is with K-pop idols and like opposite sex and the way people get, but y'all can stand a little closer to each other. It's okay.
Right.
Like you're not gonna bite. It's okay, Jin. Just get into the camera frame. At least. I did forget to mention on that episode that he did have a Japanese fan meet where he went and high-fived fans for his Happy promotion. Then he had another one in Seoul to where they rented out one of the amusement parks in Seoul, and like Jin was riding on a carousel 101 with fans. So like they went around twice and they, I don't know, I guess just talk, whatever they do. I was never there for any of the events, Because first it was the hugging event for the Festa, then the high five, and now the carousel. It's like, well, great. I'll just sit here in America just watching all of this. It's fine.
Right.
It's fine. Maybe pray for a ticket. That's the closest I'll get. But it's okay. I think I mentioned a majority of his like promotions during the Two Silk episode. Except he did go on Jimmy Fallon after Happy came out to promote Running Wild. He's still continuing and started the series Run Jin, which I didn't know if you knew about, Macy. If not, I'm going to send you some videos to watch later on because they've been hilarious. He took over Run BTS and started Run Jin.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of them with him with kids. So that's why I've been calling him Uncle Jin, especially the latest one with him with a 3-year-old. I'm sending you that after we're done recording. It's hilarious. And then Happy was ranked 23 on the best K-pop albums of 2024. Staff picks by Billboard. And also Jin is teaming up with culinary researcher Baek Jong-won, I hope I pronounced his name correctly, to create a company called Yesan Doga to create and launch distilled liquor, and it's going to be called E-Jin. So Jin is coming out with his own liquor.
Interesting.
Yes, I don't know if it's going to be sold like worldwide or if it's only going to be available in Seoul. I don't drink, so for those that do, let me know how it tastes. I'm sure it's going to taste fantastic. Knowing Jin, he's very particular and knows his way around like food and alcohol. So yeah, maybe in the future they can make some non-alcoholic beverages. That would be nice for us that don't drink.
Right.
But still, I'm sure it's going to taste great. I don't know when it's coming out because I don't know if the company is like established yet. I did see that they opened up a Instagram account at least. So, and the designs are really cute. All right. So let us get on to the game with Happy. And the title track is Running Wild. Like I said, I already know this is wrong for you, but still. For number 5 for you, I put I'll Come to You. Number 4, I'll Be There. 3, Running Wild. 2, Heart on a Window featuring Wendy. And 1, Another Level.
You're not that far off.
Okay.
So for you, number 5, I put Heart on the Window. Number 4, I put Falling. Number 3, I put Another Level. Number 2, I put Running Wild. And number 1, I put I'll Be There.
I forgot to ask, but before we start, what did you actually think of this? Because I was thinking when Jin came back, he was going to do like a ballady type album. I'm really glad he went the rock route. It was different. I didn't realize he liked this genre that much, but I enjoyed it a lot. So, and I did hear it was on your replay. So
yeah, I really like it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think if it had been on the slower side, like some of his other stuff, I don't think I would have liked it as much, but I really like the direction he went with this album in particular. Big fan of his little shag haircut in the one video. But
if you had to pick between I'll Be There and Running Wild as far as music videos, which one did you like the best?
Probably I'll Be There. I really liked Running Wild, but I think just the style of the video, I think I liked I'll Be There better.
I agree. All right, Macy, let me know what yours are.
Okay, so my number 5 is Falling.
I wanna make you mine. 말 건네고 싶지만 넌 까맣게 또 모르는 건지. You got me I want you. 널 원한 내 온 맘이 널 향한 내 심장이야. 한 걸음 더 가까이 내게 닿을 때까지 여전히 숨겨둔 나의 맘.
I knew I should have put that on your list, and I took it off for I'll Come to You. Why?
My number 4, I think you got right. It's I'll Be There.
Yay!
그걸 위해 나는 살아가. I will be there forever.
number 3 is Heart on the Window.
And I for more every minute, more every hour. 꿈인 듯이 하얗게 서린 맘의 창 위에 짙게 새겨둔 You and me야. 표정이 눈부신 창가에 네가 내 맘을 볼 수 있게. So I leave you a heart on the window. 널 기다린 시간 너머 새하얗게 번져가는 숨. 빈틈없이 그려진 내 맘. When I left you a heart on the window. 더 깊이 새겨두었어. 늘 깊이
My number 2 is Another Level.
거친 그 바람 더 불어도 한 걸음 내딛어가. Don't be scared. 나 때론 무너져도 한 걸음. We'll bounce back ahead, bounce back ahead. 나 이제 저 빛을 향해서 걸어 한 발 더. We'll bounce back ahead, another level. 새벽은 저 멀리 긴
And my number 1 is Running Wild. And I will say I had a hard time choosing between those two. Another Level could be number 1 as well, but I ultimately ended up with Running Wild. But I really like both of those songs.
There's a way that we can fly again. Remember how we used to love back then. Living like we had no end. Let's stay out all night until we see the sun. Remember how we used to love the go. We can miss the last train home. Don't you
When I heard it on your list, I was like, dang it. But I'm glad to know I was close and Another Level could have been your number 1. So,
Mhm.
all right. So for my top 5, so for number 5 for me, I actually have Falling.
널 향한 내 심장을 한 걸음 더 가까이 내게 닿을 때까지 I can't let it go. 내게 알려줘. Is it yes or no? Tell me 왜 넌 아직도 내 맘 모르죠? You're my soul and I'm just somebody. 또 반복돼.
Number 4, I have Running Wild.
Standing still, we can light it up once more. I'll take you there. We'll be running wild, loving till the sun is out, running till there's nothing left, till our last breath. We'll be running wild, loving like it's meant for us, running till there's nothing left, till our last breath. We'll be running wild.
3, I have Another Level.
지산해는 끝없이 번져가. I will keep on fighting. 끝도 없이 몰아쳐도 멈추지 않아. 거친 그 비바람 더 불어도 한 걸음 내딛어가. Don't be scared. 나 때론 무너져도 한 걸음. We'll bounce back ahead, bounce back ahead.
I think you got that one right, correct?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yes. And I think you also got 2 right, which is I'll Be There.
No, I put I'll Be There as your number 1.
Oh, you put I'll Be There as my number 1. Okay, so that's that's my number 2.
이게 환하게 웃어줘 나 행복할 수 있게. Oh, oh, oh. It don't matter the time, it don't matter the place. 특별하지 않은 걸 더 특별하게. I will be there forever. 난 변하지 않아. I'll be there for you, there for you. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah. 내게 전하게 이 노래.
my number one is actually Heart on a Window featuring Wendy.
Okay.
빛으로 가득 채워 More every minute, more every hour 꿈인 듯이 선명히 번져갈 계절 속에 새기고 싶은 You and me 여전히 눈부신 창가에 Every day 네가 내 맘을 들 수 있게 So I leave you heart on the window 널 기다린 시간 넘어 새하얗게 번져가는 숲 틈틈없이 그려진 내 맘 When I left you heart on the window
I think the past three, you put my number ones as number 5.
Yeah. But I got all of the songs on your list. So
You did. So that's still better than me. It's fine. All right. Are you ready? All right. So last, but certainly not least in any type of way, we have Mr. Kim Namjoon. Put some respect on his name. I put this on here for giggles, but like, I'm sure they're all ready to get out the military, but Namjoon has made it very, very vocal in the way that he can, that he's ready to get out the military. And I don't blame him at all. When he has time, he, posts his little songs on his Instagram story. So the ones that go and analyze those songs, we know. When I saw he had posted Kirk Franklin on his Instagram story, knowing he's an atheist, that's what I was like, okay, so I'm about to go break the law and like break him out of there. Because not Kirk Franklin. Six more months. 6 more months.
Mm-hmm.
But I know he's more ready than I am, but still. Just 6 more months. So we knew he was preparing something before he left because there's an Instagram account that was like named with a bunch of letters. I don't remember if I talked about this last year or not. I probably did, with like RPWP like repeated for I don't know how many times it was repeated on the Instagram account. But that was made around like late 2023, and then it was officially announced this year on April 25th that his second solo album was coming out on May 24th. And the words that was on the Instagram actually stood for right place, wrong person. Because a lot of us did not know what that meant. And then what got all of us was that in the announcement, it said it was going to be an alternative album. An alternative can literally mean anything. So we weren't really sure. And also, this is the first time I think that I'm not sure if just like any idol, but for him specifically, like when he made this, he didn't go through the hype or like big hit, like promotion wise, yes, but creating it, he ended up, getting his own small team called Team RM to help him make this. So, which I know, like, I guess you can call him the leader is Son Yeon, who is from the group Bombing Tiger that I said I started getting into this year. So on May 10th, he released a pre-release track and music video for the song Come Back to Me, which Namjoon actually teased at the last August D concert back in 2023 when it wasn't finished. Macy, what did you think of that music video? Because I'm telling you right now, when I first watched it, I was in shambles. Like Gina had to keep texting me if I was okay. I didn't answer her till the next day. And it sucked that I had to work because it's like I would get the courage to stop crying, answer the phone, and then like just replay it and just bawl my eyes out the whole day. I was in shambles, and maybe it's because I was interpreting it a different way. We did a whole deep dive of this whole album. If you want to go back and listen to it, I want to thank again Gina, Jen, and Shay for being guests on that with me. We talked for a very long time. We recorded for 6 hours, and the actual album reviews are 2 hours each. So we had a lot to say. But yes, I explained why I was in shambles then. So if you want to go and listen to our album review of Right Place, Wrong Person. But Macy, what did you think?
I mean, it's I don't know if I fully understand it. I have only watched it once. I'd like to rewatch it a couple of times because I'm sure I missed a lot. But I mean, it definitely seems like he's going through like emotional roller coaster trying to figure out, you know, who he is and all his different, I'm assuming this is kind of like different stages of his life.
Lives that he could have had since, you know, he's an idol. So it's like, and that's pretty much the whole theme of this whole album. It's just like you said, not going through crisis mode, but kind of going through crisis mode. You go through in like your late 20s, early 30s, figuring yourself out, especially for him
trying
at
to
that
find
time.
himself.
Yeah, like, you know, being on hiatus, but being an idol for so long. But again, he's really into music. And again, he's one of the members that have made like solo music forever. So it's just like, and we kind of talked about that too in the Festa dinner. When we were talking about Namjoon, is like, I could tell he was lost for a while in his music making and just like his identity when it comes to the music. Cause he's obviously not one of those people, like, no offense, that not enjoy. I don't want to say he doesn't enjoy making like generic type of music, but that's not the type of music he wants to make forever and show himself as like an artist, you know?
Right.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what this whole album was about. And again, I have to thank Sanyeon for like pulling him aside to make this album, because I don't know what would have happened if he didn't make this album before he enlisted, but he really, really needed to. And I'm glad he found someone that he can call a friend to help him navigate that as well. So but yeah, you pretty much got it. Just like trying to different avenues of like where his life could have been, things like that, but how they all come together at the end. So on May 24th is when the album actually dropped with the title track Lost. And again, like we said, we're following the theme of like him being lost. This one's actually inside of his brain, which I didn't realize how chaotic his brain is. But yeah, that's the whole video. I didn't know if you wanted to say anything about that as well.
I just think he's just so funny. Just his facial expressions when he's like, because it's like, crazy things are happening, right? And he knows that they're crazy, and he just does the whole like, just the pan to the camera office thing, and he's like, you see how crazy it is, I see how crazy it is. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's just funny. Like, he's just effortlessly funny. And I was like just laughing the whole time I was watching that one. And Groin, like, just he's just a little weirdo, but in a good way.
He's an adorable dork, and I love him. Okay. That's what I always say.
I like that he's just being silly with it. Like, he's not, you know,
and
being too serious.
So we love to see it. We love to see him able to let loose in this and just be the big kid that people always said that he is.
Yeah.
But like Macy said, throughout the rollout, there was other music videos that came out for Growing. There was a Nuts live video that had everyone in shambles. One for Domodachi. That one also got to me too. I really like that one. And I explained in the album review and credit roll, I believe, in that order. And then, like mentioned in the Jimin section, there was a Mini Moni episode on YouTube where Namjoon shares the album for the first time to Jimin. And he was really nervous about that because I don't know if, well, obviously you don't know, Macy, you have been paying attention. It kind of came out that like while he was doing this album preparation, he wasn't really talking to the members like that. But they understood because it wasn't like he wasn't talking to them because he didn't want to. It was kind of part of the process of like him trying to find himself outside of BTS. So he was around like Team RM more during this, which was a majority of like 2023. So I don't remember if he mentioned. Well, they also know that he was going through a hard time, whatever that time was. We don't know, but we do know he was going through it. So
yeah.
Also, Namjoon had a collab with Megan Thee Stallion come out September 6th called Never Play with an MV, and they animated Namjoon in it. And the song is also on her album Megan Act 2.
It was just bossy, pour the sauces on the face of the beat boss. Call me a narcissist, make a typhoon be an artist, I'm the artist. Take out your wallet, sabotage your two ears, I swear for your pause.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, 7, 8.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Let them know we on the way. Counting zeros every day. You know that we never play. Ay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I went crazy when this came out because you can't have my two favorites collab on a song together, not expect me to play it to death. I'm actually very surprised it didn't show up as number one on my replay because that's how much I played it. Because y'all know how much I love Megan Thee Stallion. And again, Namjoon's my bias. And he used his real deep voice in this song because I think I almost had a heart attack when I first heard him say, "What's up, Stallion?"
You know that we never play. Ay.
Yeah.
I literally tossed my phone across the room when I first heard it because I don't stay up for like music releases anymore. I'm at the age where it's like when I wake up, it'll be there. And that's exactly what happened. So like I woke up, I went online a little bit and saw like the reactions and people kept commenting, "What's up, Stallion?" And I was like, what are they talking about? So I listened to the song. I'm like into it. I'm like, yes, Megan, get it. Talk your shit. And then when I heard that, I was like, no. Who is this? No, I know that's not. This is RM featuring BTS. No. And so do I listen to that song a lot just to hear his voice on it? Yeah, maybe. Okay. Can you fault me for that? No, I'm just a girl. Okay. I'm just a fangirl. But yes, I did throw my phone across the room. I had to take my earbuds out for a second. I had to calm down. And then I listened to the rest of the song. And he's also talking his shit. God, that "What's Up, Stallion." Anyway, did you enjoy the song?
Yeah, I thought it was a good song.
I did like how they made a music video and included him and animated him.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. You don't see a lot of animated videos. I definitely was not expecting deep-voiced Namjoon to come out. But also I was giggling a little bit and not her like twerking laser beams.
Oh yeah, the butterflies that hit the bad guys. I love Megan. And plus too, it was cool because she's a big anime nerd, so I feel like she incorporated that. Okay. And it's like good hiring. Yeah. You didn't know she's an anime nerd?
No.
Oh, yeah. She loves anime. Talks about it all the time. Most of her music videos are inspired by some type of anime. So I know in the song she mentioned like a description, which I think is a character from what's that famous pirate? One Piece.
Oh, yeah.
I don't watch One Piece, so.
Yeah, I've not watched it either.
Who. Also, I think people were saying the way Namjoon looked, like it kind of looked like the stylization from Cowboy Bebop, which I've never watched either, but I've seen what it looks like. So that made sense.
Yeah.
But I'm also glad because it means she appreciates like the style of animation and to try to combat all this AI that's been happening lately. So I really appreciate it. And I love the video so much. And she looked great, but it's Megan. Yeah. Like, of course she looked great. God. Let me continue because I can just sit here and drool about both of them all day. We can. And also with that song, I'm a little confused. So currently, I think Namjoon has 229 writing credits, according to, I don't remember the full name of the Korean like music association that gives out writing credits. I don't know if Never Play counts for that or not, because he wrote his verse on there. But when I was like Googling how many writing credits it had, and only was updated up until Right Place, Wrong Person. But when I was like, does he have writing credits for Never Play? It did say he did. So I don't know if it's because of collab, it's not counted, or like, because I also don't know like how the Korean like music thing as far as giving out song credits and writing credits work. Because I don't know if he has writing credits for like past collabs he did for like Change with Wale and other things like that. I know he does when he wrote for like other groups, like the one TXT song, 0x1 Love Song. He wrote on that and he has credit for that, but I'm not really sure on this. So I want to say he has 230 writing credits now, making him the youngest songwriter in Korea, but I don't know if that's accurate or not. So if it's not, he has 229, which makes him the second. If he does, he has 230, which makes him the first. Either way, he's still one of the youngest people with like the most songwriting credits. So I just wanted to point that out. If anyone knows, please comment and let me know. And also Right Place, Wrong Person documentary came out on December 5th. And on the same day, there was like a music video that dropped for the song Around the World in a Day as a surprise. It just consisted of like some clips from the documentary as well as extra scenes as well. I did have the honor to go see that documentary. I thought it was great. Like I said earlier, I'm really glad that he was able to do this. We all need friends like Sonyeon, because I really appreciate, and he mentioned this in the doc too, he was trying to find ways to help June. And then like he had to learn later on within himself that like you can't really tell him what to do, even though you're trying to guide him. Just like watch what he does. And if he asks questions, just like be there and just like give advice, but don't try to like steer the path for him, you know?
Right.
So it was really cool. When they say he went indie, he really went indie. Because I don't know if you notice in Growing, there's a lot of like regular people in the background. So like when they were filming stuff, it's just like they were just filming. Like there's nothing. It wasn't like a big production you would usually see for BTS where they'll like either be on sets or they're like closed down streets and stuff. So there's no like regular people around and doesn't like get in the way of shots and stuff. Like they truly went indie. I will spoil, like there was the part in the documentary where they were showing them taking the pictures for the album cover, which is like a fake wedding. And people actually thought it was a real wedding. So they were just sitting there watching them take pictures. But yeah, also my theater didn't. Maybe it's just because I'm in Florida. I didn't get like a poster or like a photo card that I saw some people getting at their theater. So that's really sucked. But I'm glad I went to go see the documentary, and I hope they do put it on streaming somewhere later on. And then some awards and achievements at the Mama, Fan Choice Male. Again, this break, Tudo Awards Global Artist. He ranked number 1 for the 25th Best K-pop Albums of 2024 staff pick by Billboard. NME named Right Place, Wrong Person the 16th best album of 2024, which makes it the first and only album by a Korean act to ever rank inside the top 20 of NME 50 best albums of the year. Hyperbeast named Right Place, Wrong Person as one of the best music projects of 2024. Rolling Stones listed Right Place, Wrong Person on the 100 best albums of 2024 at number 88. Consequences. 2 of Namjoon songs are on the best 200. Did I already say that? Best 200 songs of 2024. Domodachi ranks 82, which is the highest for a Korean soloist, and Never Play with Megan Thee Stallion is at 115. And I know there's a lot more coming out. I think All Music ranked it like the best album of 2024, but he's just getting his recognition that he deserves for this album. So yeah. And of course, the majority of them are like internationally, not Korean. Not to say that makes a difference or that's better. But yeah, it's just getting the love that it needs. Okay. So we're moving on to Right Place, Wrong Person with the title track Lost. And like we both said, we didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so for you, number 5, I feel like I got all this wrong. I put Nuts. Number 4, I put Lost. 3, Growin'. 2, Domodachi featuring Little Sims. And 1, Around the World in a Day featuring Moses Sumney.
Okay. So for you, I put number 5 as Domodachi. Number 4 as, are you pronouncing that Growin'?
Is it Growin'?
I thought it was Groin. But okay.
You know me and my speech.
Number 3, I put Come Back to Me. Number 2, I put Nuts. And number 1, I put Lost.
Okay. All right, Macy, tell me what yours actually is and break my heart.
So my
Don't
number
break my heart. I had a hard time choosing just in general. Like
Yeah.
you saw, this is my number one album, so it was just really hard to choose. Feel like I say that with all his albums, but
number 5 is Come Back to
I
Me.
don't wanna know about the hour. I forgot the shower. 세수할 시간도 아까워. You don't have to be the anything you say. Try not to be, there's something in this say. Come back to me like you used to. Now I could see what a life is about. I told you I'm fine tonight, stay good. Spring's always been here, I will sleep in her eyes.
I should have kept that on your list.
Number 4 is Groin.
Get your ass out of trunk, get your ass out of trunk, get your ass out of trunk. Yo, face sound like fuck, get your ass out of trunk, get your ass out of trunk, get your ass out of trunk. Don't care what you talk, get your ass out of trunk, get your ass out of trunk, get your ass out of trunk. You walk like a dog, get your ass out of trunk, get your ass out of trunk, ass out of trunk, ass out of trunk. Yo, 세상엔 재수 없는 새끼가 많아. 어쩌라고 뭐 가던 길이나 가라. 세상엔 알 수 없는 새끼가 많아. 나는 더 세게 밟아 그냥 더 세게 밟아. Yeah, I fuck it up, I fuck it up. 지금 오는 해롭지만 I suck it up. 이제는 거꾸로 더 절벽으로 사냥형과 함께 어머니 속썩이러 어쩌면은 법이로.
Number 3 is Domodachi.
I'ma stay calm when they come with the no shit. 그저 부처에 모닥불에 bullshit. 친구들은 뭐 내 주의하죠 shit. Yeah, hot, get fire when shout it. Let me go get down with the party. Yeah, I'm knocked down, motherfucker, with the bullshit. Get the fuck down. 그냥 쳐들어가 bullshit.
Number 2 is Lost.
피가 흐르는 중 I get lost in the ground but not bagging at you. Goddamn lost, goddamn lost. I've never been to club before I hit the club. I never felt so free before your goddamn ghost. I never felt so fine before I hit the club. I got temptation, I got temptation. Every morning, every night, I always feel life.
And number 1 is Nuts. So you put my number 5 as my number 1.
I could make it right. She a pro rider, rider. Must be an A1 gotta always throw a fucking slider when it comes to love. She could be an all-nighter. Fast gas, lighter. No one man could ever fight her. I go, 네, 어찌 모든 걸 함께 해. 어째 이제 네가 줄 수 있는 게 없는데. Freaky, you freaking me. Begging you, baby, please. 평생 같은 개소리. Love is just for the freaks here. Pro rider, rider. Must be an A1 gotta always on the fucking cop when it comes to money.
I wasn't sure how much you actually liked that song or not. I'm going to be really honest.
I think the first time I listened to this album all the way through, it was good, but I wasn't like feeling it. And then after I watched the music videos, those couple of songs definitely grew on me more because it is very different. So I just had to listen to it a couple times and then see him in the videos and stuff and just kind of figure out, what I liked most about this. And now it's definitely growing on me a lot more. And I've been listening to it more.
Understandable. It's a grower, not a shower. Okay. So for mine, my number 5 is also Come Back to Me. said, the song had me in shambles when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
Not even just the music video, but just listening to it. Number 4 is Nuts.
I could make it just right for you. I could play this right chord for you. I could take you right to the moon. I could make this right place for you. I could make you right. Now baby, you've never been so high. You know you're afraid of heights. I will close your eyes. Now baby, you've never been so high. You know you're afraid of heights. Don't say goodbye. 너 감기로 비로소 난 살아있어.
Number 3 is Around the World in a Day featuring Moses Sumney. And that song like really grew on me. I've been listening to a lot because at first it wasn't going to be on my list, but lately I've been listening to it a lot.
Yeah, the past, the present, I'm a past. They give it to you. 난 고장 난 내가 좋아, bitch. That's that shit. Then I tell you, now what's wrong? Is it right, is it wrong? I can tell you that I've outgrown. Look around, say I love them all your life. Only time will sort it out.
Number 2, I'm not sure if we consider this one of those like in between songs. But like, I really like it because I feel like it's a song he's talking his most shit, which is Out of Love that comes after Nuts. But Out of Love is my second one.
I know these stink. 한 번에 섞어버리고 I put them in the sink. 설거진 않은. Cause it's my fucking script. 10몇 년 만에 이제야 다시 들린 내 creep. I don't belong here. 신은 죽어버리고 사랑은 묻어버렸네. 잡힌 너와 내가 믿는 진실은 다르게. 그래 널 원망하지 않아. 널 원망하지 않아. 사랑은 망하지 않아. Somebody kiss you, always shitting on him. Somebody kiss you like a dish, always hating on him. Somebody kiss you like a dish, I'ma kiss you, always shitting on him.
And number 1 for me is Domodachi featuring Little Sims.
Yeah, when you said your replay, I'm like, oh, I'm wrong about that.
Yeah.
My friends crying in the road, you won't get it free, so better come with
Look, step in the place and they yell, go figure. Watch, I'ma go all out for my hitter. I already told them I'm a gorilla. Sims and RM, man, it don't get bigger. Catch me in the back when my G's them. Greet them with respect when you see them. Run me up a check, I'ma need that. And give my Cody a stack, cause that's my dog, that's my homie. You and I know, aren't you phony? I set the tone, listen up closely. You know my name, but you do not know me. I've got my broskies back till the end. You can't put one hand on my friend. We just here for a good time every day. Mason, I'm Chi Monte.
I did horrible on that one. Jeez.
It's fine. We both did it to each other. Yeah, Domodachi's my song. That one I fell in love with when I first heard it. So
Yeah, I really like that one as well. Obviously, it's number 3.
I knew it was going to be on your list, and I didn't know if I should put it on as 2 or 3, but I put it as 2 for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go ahead and count up these points. See who our winner is of 2024. Okay. You want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
Hold on, I'm still counting.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Ready.
Am I going first or are you going first?
Yeah, you can go first.
Okay, so with all 4 albums, my total is 180.
Oh, I finally beat you at a BTS.
I figured you did. What's your score?
200.
Oh my God. Is that... No, that's not by 20 points, is it?
I think so. You said 180?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I beat you by 20
I feel like
points.
there was a time you would always beat me by 20 or by like 10 points. Well, congratulations, Macy.
Yay.
You actually do know my music taste more than you think.
I've been out of the loop, but I managed to, in the couple of weeks I've had, managed to figure it out.
You may now get the bragging rights of 2024.
Yay.
You
I
made
will
your
take
comeback.
the crown.
The BTS crown, because I've won it pretty much every time we did them.
Mm-hmm. I think you have won it every single time. I can't remember.
I have.
Yeah, so I finally redeemed myself.
Okay, so how did you feel? How did you like the game?
It's fun. I miss playing it. This is definitely my favorite part of our podcast that we were doing, and it was nice to get back into some of their music. I've been very neglecting them this last year, so I definitely will have these albums on my playlist for the next however long, for sure.
Good. It was also fun. Like I said, I don't know if we'll be able to play this with other groups in the future. We shall see. But if not, again, I'm always glad we're able to do it with BTS, and maybe we could do it when BTS comes back. And release their album. We shall see. But yes, we will go ahead and end it there. Thank you guys so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed it too. Please comment below what you think, or not what you think. Please comment below what your favorite songs are. Ooh.
That's a lot of talking for not talking, especially you not talking for a while.
Yeah, it is. I be forgetting what I'm doing. I feel like an amateur. It's fine though. It's fine. Please rate us the highest whatever you're listening on. So if it's like 5 stars, 5 apples, whatever it may be, please rate us the highest. We'd really appreciate it. And like I said, on this new like Spotify for creators, if you're listening on Spotify, you can actually comment like on the episode too. So again, just let us know what you think about the episode, the songs, what your favorite song is, anything we may have talked about, like the controversy, things like that. Social media is kind of a mess right now, so I can't even tell you where to follow us because we're looming the TikTok ban on January 19th. So that may go away. I'm really trying not to post on X as much because of the new policy they passed, especially like training their new AI Gronk. So we may be moving over to Blue Skies. I will see. So I guess I'll really only shout out like the Instagram right now, which is at I Was Thinking Pod. And maybe we'll make other things like a Facebook or something in the future. I don't know. Again, I'm going to get with my co-host and we will plan together and see. If you have any questions, no concerns, you can email us at iwasthinkingpod@gmail.com. And yeah, I believe that's everything. So I've been your host, Simone, and that's been my lovely guest, Macy. It's been a pleasure to play this game with you. And hopefully you can come back in 2025 for future episodes, even if it's not the game.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, guys, we will see you next time. Try to enjoy your new year. Like I said at the beginning, it's been a lot. We're going through a lot of unpredicted things. So we're in this together to survive. So
happy holidays to whatever you celebrate.
Yes. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. And we'll see you in 2025. Bye.
Bye-bye.